guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys this intimate wedding makeup look. Given the current situations, a lot of people are opting for intimate weddings, and I thought this would be a good idea to show you guys how you can achieve this wedding makeup look just at your home. So if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep on watching. So first up, to prime my face, I'm going to be using the Innisfree Aloe Vera Gel. I'm just going to put it all over my face and dab it all in just to moisturize my face a bit so that my face doesn't look dry. And then I'm using the Jeju Orchid Intense Cream from Innisfree as well. And I'm just going to put it all over my face. This is going to really hydrate my face and keep it plump and moisturized throughout the event. I really like this cream. It's pretty intense and nice. It works well with my skin tone. Now I'm just using this MAC Fix Plus just to lock all that moisture in. I'm just going to spritz a little bit all over my face and then just dab the product in with my fingers. After I do this, I usually wait for up to 10 minutes so that my skin absorbs all the moisture. Now that we're all done, I'm going to prep my face using the MAC Strobe Cream in Gold Light. I'm actually taking this at the back of my hand, and I'm going to be using a brush today to use this because I feel like it gives me a better blurred effect. I'm using this brush from Sephora. It's a stippling brush and it's nice and fluffy. I generally like to use it with my moisturizers as well as my primers. Foundation, today I'm using my Dior Forever Matte Foundation. This has been my go-to foundation for full coverage. It's very long lasting, very high coverage, and it blends really well. And I think if I were to get married, I would be using this foundation definitely. I'm just dotting it all over my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with a brush. I'm using a dense brush from PAC today, and I'm just dabbing the product in, not spreading it around, just so that I get a lot of coverage. And although it's a matte foundation, since we already used the strobe cream, it gives that a needed glow to the skin. I'm just dabbing the product just so that I get more coverage. I'm using a little bit more foundation just in my problem areas, just building it up so that all of my blemishes don't peek through. Now I'm taking the Rare Beauty concealer and I'm just going to highlight my under eyes just as I would do always. I'm just taking a very little amount because this is a very light concealer, but I also want that lifted look, which is why I chose this one. And I'm just going to blend it out with my usual concealer brush. As you can see, I'm just dabbing the product in just like how I did with my foundation, just so that I get full coverage and I don't leave any creases. Trying not to pull the product, but just trying to dab it in. So close your eyes. Do you feel the same? Only thing that matters without change. I will let you into my mind's deep. The color that falling tears that have been long asleep. Now I'm going back in with my foundation brush and just dabbing that product in so that we get rid of any harsh lines that are there between the concealer and the foundation, just so that it looks very seamless. Now I'm using the Huda Beauty Tan Tour in Tan and just going to contour my face using this. I'm just taking this on a brush and dabbing some of that excess at the back of my hand because this is very pigmented, and I'm just going in with a light hand and just contouring above the apples of my cheek so that I get a more structured look. And I'm just going to keep blending this until it looks seamless with my foundation. I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side of my face as well, and I'm going to blend it in until it looks seamless. I love the shadows it creates on my face. It looks very natural. It's not very cool tone, but it's not very warm as well, which is why I like to go in with a warm bronzer later on. Now I'm also going to contour my jawline as well. I'm taking the same contour under my chin and just blending it in so that I get a very nice shadow effect under my face, and it looks nice and blended but also gives a nice structure to my face. Now I'm going to set my concealer. I'm using this loose powder from Cover FX. This is what it looks like, and I'm just taking it on a very small brush. I have this brush from Charlotte Tilbury. I'm just going to dab that powder into my concealer so that it doesn't crease, and just trying to set it in place so that it doesn't move around. And I'm using a little bit extra product just to increase the longevity of my concealer. Your skin. I'm just taking some of that powder over my forehead as well because that's where I tend to get a little bit oily, and I want it to be a little less reflective. Moving on to my brows, I'm using the Brow Wiz from Anastasia. I'm going to be doing my brows just as I would regularly, just brushing my hairs down and then filling in the sparse areas and then shaping my brows from below and then filling in the sparse areas again. This is what I would do regularly, and I wouldn't change this for my wedding day either. And just to add some more definition, I'm just going to carve out my brows, just adding a hint of that concealer underneath my brows just to highlight them a little bit and just blending all of that in. Now to set my lids, I am using the Fenty Beauty Concealer in the shade Suede. I'm just taking a brush from Zoeva and just spreading this product over my lids. I am absolutely loving this concealer as an eyeshadow base as it is very tacky and helps grip the eyeshadows onto my lids. Eyes today, I'm using the Charlotte Tilbury Starry Eyes palette. These are the shades, and I'm going to be using the brown and pink shades mostly. I'm just taking that brown shade and trying to place it all over my crease as a transition shade, and then I'm going to be placing the pink shade underneath my crease just to define it a little bit. I somehow happened to lose out that footage, so that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm just going to be adding some more pink under the brown. Now I'm just adding some shimmer on my lids. I've taken a shimmer that has slightly pinkish undertones, so it gives that subtle pinkish glow to my eyes. Now I'm going to line my eyes with the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeliner. I'm not going to be going overboard with my eyeliner. I'm just doing this step to define my eyes so that they look more open and alive. I'm not doing any winged eyeliner or anything. I'm just going to follow the shape of my eyes. I'm just taking an eye pencil and just trying to tightline my eyes. If you are not comfortable with tightlining your eyes, you can actually skip this step because you do not want to run the risk of getting teary-eyed while doing this step. Now for my lower lash line, I'm just taking that black color from the palette and mixing it with a little bit of the pink shade and just lining my lower lash line just to add some more definition. And I'm also smoking out the eyeliner that we applied on the upper lid.
Always on my mind.
And we're just going to finish off the eye makeup with a little inner corner highlighting. I'm just taking this subtle gold shade from the palette and adding it in the corners. I'm just going to use some powder on a brush and just going to go over my under eyes. This is just going to help us clean out and brighten the under eyes once again. If there is any fallout, this should take care of it. And for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade 4 Deep. I'm just going to use this to set that cream contour that we used earlier. I'm just going to place it all over the contour that we placed earlier and just going to blend it in so that it's going to give me a nice and blended look. I really love the mix of a contour and a bronzer. I feel like it gives more dimension to my face. I absolutely love how that looks. I'm taking that over my forehead as well and just trying to blend it in with my hairline. And also taking it under my neck just so that we set that contour. I'm using the Cheeks Out palette from NARS. I'm using that deep pink shade as a blush and I'm going to be placing it above my cheekbones to give that lifted look. This blush does have some shimmer in it, which is why I'm placing it a little higher so that it will blend into my highlighter as well. I'm adding some more powder on my forehead so that it doesn't look very reflective. And I'm also adding some powder on my laugh line so that the makeup doesn't crease.
Whatever you decide to do.
I'm going to be using a liquid highlighter because I like the look of it. I'm going to be using this one from Rare Beauty, just adding a few dots on the high points of my cheeks and then just blending it in with my fingers. I'm going to take some of that on my nose as well and just try to blend it in with my fingers. I don't really like to be very precise with this. This is just to add a little bit of sheen on my nose. I'm just taking a fluffy brush and trying to diffuse that highlighter so that it blends into the blush as well as the bronzer. I like to do this to give my face a diffused and blurred look. We don't want the highlighter to be looking really harsh, which is why I like to go in with a fluffy brush and try to blend it in. And I also like to blend my highlighter into my forehead so that it looks nice and cohesive. For lips today, I'm going to be using the Chambord lip liner in brown. This is one of my favorite lip liners. I'm using this in brown because I'm going to be using a red lipstick later on and I don't want the red to be too bright. So this is going to help tone down that red a little bit. Also going to fill in my lips. I like to do this because it helps the lipstick not to bleed, and you always have some color on your lips even if your lipstick wears off. I'm using the Huda Beauty Power Bullet lipstick in the shade Promotion Day. This is a very bright red with a little bit of blue undertones, which is why it is so bright. Which is why I used the lip liner first so that it looks a little toned down and wedding appropriate. And I really like this shade, and I like how it works with the lip liner. I'm just trying to go over my lips on the overlined areas a little bit so that I have not left any spots that look brownish.
Thought of you, hoping that the ripples.
If you are someone like me, then you might end up forgetting your mascara, but please do not forget using a mascara. I'm using the one from Huda Beauty, the Legit Lashes, and I'm using the curl and length side first to curl my lashes, and I'm going to be using the volume side later to add some more volume to my lashes. Please make sure to be very careful while doing this step because you don't want to mess up your wedding makeup.
Whatever you decide to do, I will keep sending you news.
My lower lashes, I'm just going to hold my brush vertically and then just try to brush through my lashes. This is just going to help in evenly spreading out the product all over your lower lashes, and it doesn't clump the mascara on your lower lashes as well. To finish the look, I'm just adding some earrings that I got from this brand called House of QC. I love how pretty they are with the pearl details. And yeah, that's it. That's the finished look, you guys. I hope it was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then do give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in another video pretty soon. Bye.
Always on my mind.